Uh-oh, we got another DFW crime files. Let's get right into it. See what's going on. This is from the week of February 2nd. So this is 5 days ago. I'm a little bit late, but whatever.
One man is dead, another is in a hospital and two men are in custody after a shooting in the middle of the afternoon in a Forney neighborhood. Gunfire video captured the shooting in a white sedan speeding away right there. The sedan ended up at a nearby middle school blocks away. That school and several others nearby were put under security protocols. Fox 4's David Santendry is at that school tonight. He spoke with a witness who heard those shots. David.
Yeah, Steve, outside this middle school is the second crime scene. The first crime scene is located just about a block away in a residential neighborhood.
And all of a sudden, I heard at least 12 to 15 round shots.
Rachel Shuford heard the gunfire ripping through her Forney neighborhood Friday afternoon.
They had to have had like a switch or a clip on it because it was like...
Shuford says after the gunshots, she saw someone running down the street in a residential neighborhood.
And all of a sudden, I heard at least 12 to 15 round shots.
Rachel Shuford heard the gunfire ripping through her Forney neighborhood Friday afternoon.
They had to have had like a switch or a clip on it because it was like...
Shuford says after the gunshots, she saw someone running down the street.
He looked like he was running for his life, honestly. He lost his shoe, kept running. There was a white car that was speeding past and shooting.
Surveillance video shared with Fox 4 captured the gunfire and a white sedan speeding away from the neighborhood. The sedan ended up in the parking lot of nearby Leon Brown Middle School. At least one window of the car appeared to be shot out. Deshae Griffin has kids who go to this school.
I instantly drove up this way just to make sure like everything was okay.
Sky 4 spotted a medical transport helicopter taking off from school property. The Kaufman County Sheriff's Office says one of the two shooting victims was transported to a hospital in Dallas.
That's something I pray no one will have to go through.
Forney ISD says no incidents happened inside Brown Middle School and said all staff and students were safe. It and other schools in the district were placed on a precautionary, secure status, a frightening scene for loved ones picking up children.
And I just hope it gets better from here.
Kaufman County Sheriff's Office has not revealed what led up to the shooting.
Bro, this sad, bro. My sister and them moved from Forney. My partner stay in Forney, and they talking about how it was getting worse when the black people was moving in, and they black. So it's just, bro, it's the black mentality going into these nice areas. Because Forney wasn't no bad area, bro. Let's just keep it a buck, bro. Black people, bro, and that black mentality that we got from the culture, bro. I blame the culture. The shit that them people making us push because that's what we profiting off of. So of course we gonna do what makes profit. So the culture is fucked up. It don't matter where we at. The black mentality right now is fucked up because of the culture. And Forney, this shit should not be happening. You see them houses?
Although it says there are now two men in custody and there is no further threat to the community.
I mean, I have a 6- and 7-year-old, and we thought that we were moving to a place that was protected and quiet.
After the gunfire cleared, Shuford says
they thought, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people that moved to Forney thought the same shit, it was going to be better. But my old motherfuckers move into there with that same intention, but they're not moving to do better type shit. So.
She and other neighbors approached a gunshot victim on the ground.
He was breathing, but it was getting really bad, so we kept calling the ambulance.
Whatever led to the shooting, she feels for families affected.
I can't even imagine what the mother is thinking right now, honestly.
So to recap, 2 people were shot. One of them has died. We don't know the condition of the other person who was flown to a hospital, and the Kaufman County Sheriff's Office says 2 people are in custody. It has not released names of anyone involved or a motive behind these shootings. We'll keep you updated when we learn more information, but for now, Steve, I'll send it back to you.
Task force officer shot and injured a child sex crime fugitive in Houston months after he cut off his ankle monitor and fled North Texas. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. The fugitive was initially arrested last summer, charged with raping a 12-year-old girl. Collin County Sheriff's Office had been searching for Robert Johnson.
But for now, Steve, I'll send it back to you.
Task force officer shot and injured a child sex crime fugitive in Houston months after he cut off his ankle monitor and fled North Texas. Hello, everybody. I'm Heather Hayes.
And I'm Steve Eager. It's 9 o'clock. The fugitive was initially arrested last summer, charged with raping a 12-year-old girl. Collin County Sheriff's Office had been searching for Robert Johnson since August. He was out on bond for a July arrest when he was accused of attacking the young girl while giving her an Uber ride in Plano. Today, a task force found him at a Houston McDonald's, and Fox 4's Amelia Jones spoke with authorities about what happened today. Amelia?
Steve, the U.S. Marshals believe that Robert Johnson III has been in the Houston area for at least a couple of months. They believe he was homeless and hanging out at businesses near the McDonald's, where it took a taser, gunfire, and then a K-9 officer to take him down. After more than 5 months on the run, 32-year-old Robert Johnson III was captured in Houston Tuesday morning. The U.S. Marshals Task Force in the Houston area followed a lead from the East Division in Plano that led them to a Houston McDonald's.
At that time when our team made entry into the McDonald's, they decided that it was, deemed a safe environment.
Hold on. I know this is a serious subject, but what's going on with your hair, dog? That looks crazy.
They attempted to give him verbal commands, at which time he didn't comply.
U.S. Marshal Deputy Cameron Welch says officers then used a taser, but still Johnson didn't comply. Authorities say Johnson reached into a bag. Task force officers outside the McDonald's deemed it a threat and fired, hitting Johnson. They say he still didn't comply.
It was at that time that a task force K-9 was deployed, at which time he actually was subdued and taken into custody.
In July 2024, Plano police arrested and charged Johnson with sexual assault of a child. Plano police say while driving for Uber Health, he sexually assaulted a 12-year-old girl on a ride home from a therapy appointment. He was out on bond when he cut off his ankle monitor in August. The Collin County Sheriff's Office issued a be on the lookout for Johnson in January. Welch says they believe Johnson has been in the Houston area for at least a couple of months.
It did appear that with his belongings that were on his person, as well as some of the interviews that we've conducted, it does appear that he probably was homeless and utilizing a lot of these businesses during the day just to kind of hang out.
Johnson was taken to a local hospital to be treated for his injuries, which are believed to be non-life-threatening. No officers or restaurant employees were hurt in the shooting.
A big shout out to the deputies in the task force and the Eastern District that were able to get closure, for the victim and the family that were involved in this case, and obviously to send us the information that ultimately led to his arrest.
Nasty motherfucker, man.
Once Johnson is medically cleared, he'll be brought back to Collin County to face charges. Right now, we don't know what charges he'll face in connection.
Fuck all that. Bring him back for charges. They ain't to stone that nigga in the town square. They need to bring back stoning. Stone niggas for that shit. Like, automatic murder.
To the shooting, being on the run, and cutting off his ankle monitor, the Texas Rangers are investigating the officer-involved shooting in Houston.
A federal jury convicted a truck driver of picking up a young woman in Dallas and then dumping her dead body in the woods of East Texas. Good evening, I'm Steve Eager. 28-year-old Nassan Hazard will likely spend the rest of his life behind bars for that killing. His victim, a young 25-year-old Army veteran whose loved ones say was also the victim of sex trafficking. Fox 4's David Santandri has new details on this case tonight. David?
Yeah, Steve, the victim was a new mother. She had a baby boy. She lived in California and told her family she was going to head out of town for a while to visit the child's father's family, but she never returned. So her family contacted law enforcement, and they ended up tracking her license plate here in Dallas and later found her body.
There are violent Johns out there.
A truck driver from Austin, 28-year-old Nassan Hazard, is now convicted of kidnapping and killing a 25-year-old sex worker who he picked up at a Northwest Dallas parking lot last August. Her body was dumped 120 miles away.
Like she was just discarded as if she was trash.
Amanda Pettit, executive director of Rescue Hill, a nonprofit providing resources to human trafficking victims, says the pickup began in Dallas's Blade, a slang term referring to a street where prostitution is common.
That was in the Harry Hines area, and that's considered our Blade.
The woman.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay, I guess they could explain it, but if she was former Army or whatever, what is she doing prostituting?
Kalia Zangari was from San Diego, California. Her family tells Fox 4 she spent time in the Army. Somewhere down the line, she became a sex trafficking victim.
You pass them by every single day, and you don't realize the situation that they themselves are in.
The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Texas says Zangari had online sex ads posted in Dallas from August 9th through 15th. Hazard exchanged more than a dozen messages with her. On August 15th, surveillance video shows Zangari getting into Hazard's truck.
He picked her up, and there's never video of him dropping her off again. And her car was still in the parking lot as if she was coming back to the car.
Belongings left in her vehicle at the parking lot were later found by investigators. Cell data shows Hazard's phone and Zangari's phone pinged in the same areas at the same time until her phone was turned off. Investigators found it on the side of LBJ Freeway. Hazard's phone was tracked to Pittsburgh, Texas, where Zangari's remains were found. Investigators say bleach stains on Hazard's pants were from Hazard trying to clean evidence.
These women are not trash. These women are human.
Pettit says, unfortunately, it's all too common for sex trafficking victims to also become victims of violence.
But never, ever, ever one time have I worked with a woman
Hold on. She's a victim of murder. She's not a victim of no sex trafficking, bro. You know what I'm saying? She's selling it. So it is what it is. But bro ain't have to murder her. But y'all not finna do that because she white. Bro, she was a prostitute, fam. She was a prostitute. Let's just keep it a buck. They say she had online ads. She was a prostitute, fam. But she was a victim of murder, not a victim of prostitution. You selling that, you selling that. It is what it is. Stop that shit now.
Said she didn't get beat.
The Department of Justice did not reveal exactly how she passed away. Now, that sentence, the conviction, it carries an automatic life sentence, but the official sentencing has not yet taken place. We'll keep you updated when it does, but for now, Steve, I'll send it back to you.
Fort Worth police say the man arrested for a deadly road rage shooting tried to cover his tracks before admitting eventually to the crime. Kobe Burkhart is charged with murder. Police say dash camera footage showed him shooting.
A white criminal. God damn, here we go. Ah, man, you black motherfuckers. Shit. Here we go.
Shooting and killing the victim.
Well, I'm not happy that the murder took place, but it's just like, damn, I was tired of seeing black people on this shit, bro. This shit sad. But damn, that shit sounded fucked up. But y'all know what I mean.
They say he later tried to change his license plate and hid his Chevy SUV under tarps. Fox 4's Amelia Jones is live with the details of his arrest and reaction from the victim's family. Amelia.
Steve, the family didn't even know Ricky Langs had a dash cam in his car, but they're grateful he did because they don't know if the suspect would have been caught without it. Fort Worth police arrested 22-year-old Kobe Burkhart, charging him with murder for a road rage shooting last week. A dash camera from victim Ricky Langs' car captured the shooting. It shows Langs honking at the suspect, Kobe Burkhart, in a roundabout. Then later, at a stoplight, Burkhart pulled up beside Langs, and 2 gunshots could be heard. Langs lost control of his car and crashed into a median.
Just some road rage shit, bro. You smoke school for some road rage shit, dog. It's crazy.
Near the northbound lanes on East Loop 820.
And it's just sad because you just took an innocent man's life over a honk, and he went on about his business, and you're still trailing him.
Langs's daughter, Shelby Johnson, says she had no idea her dad had a dash camera in his car.
I never knew that he did, and I thank God that he did have a dash cam in his car, because we probably wouldn't have known this soon who was the person that did it.
Court documents show the dash camera footage led police directly to Burkhart. Police say he replaced the license plates on his Chevy Equinox, and his mom brought him a blue tarp to hide it from police. After his arrest...
Damn! Mama trying to hide this shit? This just was low-key most... Say, bro, why he ain't gonna get no hate crime for this, though? Why he ain't gonna get no hate crime for this? I bet he don't. I bet he don't even search. I'm gonna keep up with this shit. I'm gonna look him up and see how long this nigga get, how long he do and all that shit. Cause this was some whole ass shit, but I bet he ain't gonna get no hate crime. And it's all over a honk. That's crazy. You didn't have to kill school like that, dog. Kobe, you wrong for that shit, fam.
Burkhart claimed Langs had a gun. However, he couldn't describe the gun other than, quote, it was probably black. He said he was afraid Langs would shoot him, so he admitted he fired 2 shots at the victim.
Langs hoe ass nigga, bro. This nigga, yeah, it was a hate crime. Go for the hate crime, black people. Go for the hate crime. Tell him
have a gun in his car.
And it's just, sad. You're just now starting your life, and now that you're just not going to have a life to live now because you're going to be locked up.
The hardest part for Johnson is hearing what the dash camera caught after her dad was shot.
It broke me down because I can just hear him, in my head, his voice just saying, I've been shot, and there's no one there to help.
While nothing will bring her dad back, Johnson says getting Burkhart off the streets brings some closure.
Them finding his killer won't bring him back to us, but justice has been served, and I'm grateful for the investigators and how they took time and, did everything and
strong
to the conclusion who it was.
When officers searched Burkhardt's home, they found the real license plates and the gun used in the shooting. It was hidden in a crawl space. Johnson told me she plans to be at every court proceeding to see her dad get the justice he deserves. Steve, back to you.
All right, Amelia Jones. Amelia, thank you.
The owners of 87 animals seized at a home in the colony last week defended themselves before a municipal judge today. Some of what came out in court is extremely graphic. Fox 4's Lori Brown is live in the colony with the story. Lori.
Clarice, today we learned that it was the couple's own children who reported them to the Colony Animal Services. We were not.
Oh, man. Bro. These motherfuckers had 87 animals. Not only is that's weird. Yeah, that's weird. But then they got the laws called on them by their own kids. That's crazy.
Allowed to have a camera in the courtroom as the city attorney showed 154 photos that, in his words, would shock the conscience. The most horrific photos shown were of 21 dead cats that had been placed in trash bags in the freezer. This is video of Brandy and Jeremy Bristol as they entered the courtroom. They represented themselves in court. The Colony Animal Services rescued 24 dogs, 44 cats, 12 reptiles, and 7 mice from this home on the 4800 block of Alta Oaks Lane. The dogs seized ranged from small to as large as a bull mastiff. The reptiles included snakes, turtles, and tortoises. The photo showed feces on the floor and walls of the home. The city also showed dogs in crates that were too small for them to stand up, as well as multiple kittens sharing small crates with no access to water. The director of the Colony Animal Services testified that many of the animals seized had eyes sealed shut and respiratory problems due to high amounts of ammonia in the air due to urine. Mark Cooper testified the home was not healthy for pets or people to live in. Bristol agreed to give up 81 of the animals, but she is fighting to get 6 of the animals back. That is the maximum number of animals allowed by the city. The Colony Police Department is still investigating if criminal charges will be filed. They are awaiting results from medical examinations. Clarice.
The family of wheelchair-bound.
Hold on, them motherfuckers nasty as hell. Got them animals just pitted up. Yo, kids had to call the police on you because you doing that nasty ass shit. I apologize to the kids. I did do a judge y'all way too soon. Them nasty ass parents, man. That's some weird ass shit, man. Free them fucking animals and don't get them 6 back. Fuck. Yes, it should. Man.
Found woman struck by a hit-and-run driver. Hopes making surveillance of the crash public will help find that driver. We pause the moment of impact. This is it. Wheelchair, and then the impact coming right there. Video shows Tina Roberson on an electric wheelchair being struck by an SUV in front of a grocery store. Her injuries were so severe she now has to live in a nursing home. Fox 4's David Santendry spoke with her family, and he's in Dallas tonight. David?
Yes, the family reached out to us wanting to share that video, as well as a couple messages, one for the driver and 2 for whoever might be helping him or her hide out.
They knew they hit somebody.
Fox 4 is choosing to pause graphic, slowed-down video of the moment a 60-year-old woman in an electric wheelchair is struck by a Chevrolet SUV in far north Dallas. The wheelchair is stuck underneath the SUV as the driver pauses before speeding off.
Were they driving under the influence? Did they not have insurance?
It happened back on October 21st in this shopping center parking lot.
So they hit the lady and tried to unstick the damn wheelchair from under their car. That's crazy work. They didn't help, nothing. Damn.
On Spring Valley Road near Coit Road. Still no arrests made.
This whole thing is just unbelievable.
Marsha White is the sister of the victim, Tina Roberson. White says her sister began using a wheelchair about 4 years ago after a stroke. Roberson had been living alone and used her wheelchair to run errands. Now, after suffering a head injury, broken hip, and elbow, she lives in a nursing home.
And now all of the independence has been taken away from her.
White says her sister has no memory of the hit-and-run crash.
She was just waiting for her turn to cross the street, and that's all she remembers. She said the next time she woke up, the ambulance was there because she did black out.
So she was unconscious?
She was unconscious,
Gotcha.
Yes.
Dallas Police Department says the investigation is ongoing, but after several months without an arrest, Roberson's family contacted Fox 4 to share a couple messages. First, for any potential passengers in the SUV or people who know the driver.
Can you please come forward, do the right thing. Don't be afraid to say you were in that car and tell us who was driving. God is all knowing, all powerful, and all loving and all forgiving. You will be forgiven. You did nothing wrong, but please don't continue to hide this person out.
The second message is for the driver.
You are wrong. You should have stopped and rendered aid. No one would have held it against you if this was just an accident. You are a monster. You are callous. You have taken away her independence and her freedom to get around.
Again, Dallas PD just saying this is an ongoing investigation. You can certainly reach out to them if you have any information about that driver. Steve, back to you.
All right, David Centenry outside Dallas Police Headquarters tonight. David, thank you. Fort Worth police announced the arrest of 3 people suspected in copper cable thefts. It comes one day after Fort Worth leaders were briefed on the growing issue of metal thievery in the community. Fox 4's Dion Anglin is in with details from Arlington tonight. Dion.
Hi there, Steve. Well, 3 people, as you mentioned, arrested. Police say after ripping off copper from one of the buildings in this area. It happened after a public servant, an alert public servant, got involved. Progress in Fort Worth's crackdown on copper thieves. 3 people busted. 57-year-old Danny Kemp, 48-year-old Sheldon Witt, both of Fort Worth, and 42-year-old Darcy Jackson of Granbury. Investigators say police responded to a suspicious person call here in the 2900 block of Shamrock Avenue in North Fort Worth, a street lined with warehouses. Further information received and a subsequent look at surveillance video showed 3 people removing copper from a building in the same area.
This is impacting every single one of us in this city. When a copper thief, when a metal thief disrupts critical infrastructure.
On Tuesday, Fort Worth Police Sergeant Anthony White updated city leaders on the escalating problem of copper and communication cable thefts, with emphasis on efforts to identify suspects and stifle the flow of illegal transactions at scrap metal yards.
With the conversations that
Fox 4 has learned the 3 arrests are in large part thanks to the reaction of Lake Worth Police Chief Jay Monashagan. He tells us he was off duty and leaving the gym after a workout Saturday when he saw the 3 suspects in a parking lot stripping the covering off of copper. He says he immediately called Fort Worth PD. Investigators say while detaining Kemp, Witt, and Jackson, they recovered 155 pounds of copper wire, valued on the street at $675. Now, Chief Monashagan told me during our conversation over the phone, he says he hopes that people everywhere will share his thinking and the importance of staying alert. If you see something suspicious, say something. Like he did, report it.
Dallas Fire Rescue says the fire that torched a downtown music club is being investigated as an arson. One of the owners at Jack's house says he caught the suspect in the act, but he got away. Fox 4's David Centenry reports.
Dance music has been alive inside Jack's house in downtown Dallas.
And we were able to create an amazing space. People really love this place. It's home for a lot of people.
The club hosts DJs from across the country, but also keeps it local.
Last year, we booked over 500 local DJs here in Dallas.
Now, the DJ booth is the center of an arson investigation.
They did it with intention. They showed up with gasoline.
As Jack's house is torched.
They set the building on fire, dude.
Overnight Friday, co-owner Willie Trimmer says he was remodeling areas of the club when he says he heard something in another room.
Heard something in the main room, ran in, and I saw the DJ booth was on fire all the way up to the ceiling.
Trimmer says a stranger was pouring gasoline inside the club.
Club's trashed. I yelled at him and he ran out. I started to chase him. Quickly realized that's probably not the smartest thing. He could have had a gun or a knife or something. So I stopped. I turned back around.
Trimmer says the arsonist got away. Dallas Fire Rescue responded, but as video shows, the club is toasted. Here's what's left of the DJ booth.
We have no idea who would do something like this. Why? Why would you do something like this?
For about 6 years.
We've been doing it for a while.
The owners of Jack's house say they have been working to grow Dallas's dance music scene.
That's what we've just been trying to do, and then now all of a sudden this happens.
They do not know exactly what's next.
We love what we do, and we're going to do our best to rebuild.
But while investigators search for who's responsible, the club is working to regroup.
We love dance music, and the dance music community loves us, so we're going to do our best to build back.
David Centendry, Fox 4 News.
Dallas police need your help to track down a serial robber stealing cash and striking fear in clerks at convenience stores. Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. Police say the ruthless robber is good for at least half a dozen robberies in the last month. Fox 4 Sean Rabb has surveillance images in this week's Trackdown.
This is Dallas Police Detective Matthew Holson. And Matthew, you're working on a serial robber. Tell me about this.
Yes, sir. I'm working on a serial robber that started on January 6th. At this time, we have him linked to at least 6 offenses, aggravated robbery offenses.
You have video of this guy?
Correct. Yes, sir, we do.
Tell me, what is it that stands out about him? Is he tall, short, big, thin, what?
Well, he's about 5 foot, Hispanic male, real thin build. He has different outfits that he wears, always wears a mask. We're really interested in a green hoodie with the Grinch on it because that one does stand out.
How is he working?
Well, what he does is he either does one or two things. He either comes in, goes straight to the register, demands money. When they don't give him the money, he lifts up his hoodie and shows the butt of a gun and then places his hand on the gun. He's done that in several. A few robberies, he has gone in, pretended to buy something, goes up to pay for cash. Once the register's open, he demands cash from the register and then lifts up his hoodie and puts his hand on the gun as well. He's actually hit in 3 different areas: Southwest Dallas, Northwest Dallas, and actually Central Dallas.
We see this green hoodie with the Grinch on it. He's like the Grinch that stole Christmas.
Correct, yes, sir.
You said he's wearing a mask. Is it a COVID mask, detective, or what kind of mask is it?
It's just a half mask that covers up his face. You can still see his eyes, and usually he'll have a beanie. He does wear a half mask.
But you can tell a lot about a person by their eyes, can't you?
Correct, yes, sir, you can.
Let me ask you this way. If you know him, will you know him when you see the video?
I believe so, you will.
What is it that you need, Detective Matthew Holson?
I need someone who recognizes an individual to contact me. You can contact me by cell phone. It's 469-571-5270, or my email address, which is matthew.holson@dallaspolice.gov.
Who is this guy robbing convenience stores? Help Detective Holson and Dallas Police find the serial robber hitting convenience stores in the city.
And you can watch past trackdown stories and maybe help solve a crime. Go to the Fox 4 YouTube page, youtube.com/Fox4 News.
Rap your big ass out here to get my fucking snitch. But yeah. So that was that.
One man is dead, another is in a hospital.
That was that. Let me go to the comments though. Let me go to the comments. Let me see what
one man is dead,
and say real quick. Lady has no clue what a switch modified gun sounds like. It wasn't the switch modified gun that was used. Forney has gotten hot. I left ASAP when I saw the writing on the wall. That's some racial shit. Even the best investigators can miss crucial evidence. What the fuck happened to Forney? There used to be a nice little town. Yup, everybody. Niggas moved in, bro. That's what happened to Forney, bro. That's what happened to Forney. Niggas moved in. But yeah, man, these are the crimes for the week, man. In the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Shit's crazy, bro. But yeah, man, I'm out. What crime stood out to you, man? They hit that lady in that wheelchair. That's wrong, bro. White dude killing the black man for honking. That's crazy. Them nasty ass people with them cats and dogs and shit. Them 80-something animals. They had their own damn kids calling laws on them. That's crazy. But yeah, another crime week in Dallas. These motherfuckers out here tripping, man. Y'all stay prayed up, man. But I'm gone.